Hello and welcome to the Omnic Fallout. We are your hosts, Uniedge and Nymphadora. How are you doing today, Nymphadora?
I may have got a little too drunk last night for Drunk LFR Tuesday. That's how I'm feeling. How are you feeling?
I am also feeling sick, but for different reasons that we won't go into. But other than that, it's been an alright week. I've just been leveling alts and all that good stuff with a friend of mine.
Nice, nice. How's your leveling going?
So far we're at 80-81, so not bad, not bad. We should be hitting 100 by Friday.
Yeah.
Well, this is oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, nice.
Oh. This is a podcast about all things Blizzard and Overwatch and gaming related, whatever we feel like discussing today. Today we're going to go ahead and start off with the Warcraft news because it is the most abundant at the moment. It looks like
Pregen. Oh my god, I really need to go to bed. Legion pre-patch. It's kind of a big deal right now, you know.
yeah. There's a lot of things going on with that. We'll get in that in a minute. First we're gonna say there's something really cool happening in Taiwan. They're erecting a statue of Arthas Menethil, Lich King, in the middle of a square in Taiwan. I forgot to get the exact place, but it's not like many of us are going to be going to Taiwan anytime soon. And according to our analytics, we don't have any listeners in Taiwan, so.
Wait, Blizzard is erecting this?
Yes, Blizzard is erecting it.
Why?
It's just part of their thing. I don't know exactly the reasoning why, but from what the videos, they just kind of wanted to do it, and that's where they did it.
Okay then.
There has to be a reason. I didn't honestly think of to look for the reason. I just saw the news topic and wrote it down and wrote what the statue was going to be and how long it was going to take them to do it. They should have it done soon. I think they actually unveiled it yesterday, but it's been in the works for a couple weeks now over there.
I think I kind of remember seeing something about that a few weeks ago. I think it's probably because they have such a huge following over there. Taiwan's probably one of their biggest markets, so
it is a Heroes of the Storm mention, more or less than a WoW mention, because
gotcha.
Lich King hasn't been relevant in Warcraft lore for a while.
Gotcha. Makes sense. So pre-patch glitches. I haven't really been having too much of an issue with glitches. Have you?
Oh Lord, I have had abundant issues. Between the northern boat not working at all and getting kicked from LFG while leveling, like the entire group just disconnects because of a glitch with some kind of mob that you can't beat, and just like monsters one-shotting you because of something weird going on with the time walking, and there's just been so much going on lately. I don't know what happened.
Funny, I've had maybe a couple of disconnects, but that was right when the pre-patch launched, so I kind of figured that would happen, but that's about it. I really haven't had any issues, so I guess I've been one of the lucky ones.
There's mini-map glitches and map glitches, like certain maps aren't working at all. Certain mini-maps are like skewing and weird. There's been a glitch that's happened to me a couple times now where if your camera is facing a different direction than your body, whenever, like, say you know to look around and all that, while you're going into a cutscene, or if you're turning while you're going into a cutscene, your camera and your body will be displaced somehow. So, like, if you're running forward, your camera will be cockeyed and looking to the wrong direction, and you have to reload your UI to fix it.
Oh god.
I've just had no stop to the glitches. It's been ridiculous every day.
I think you've also been playing a lot more than I have.
And a lot of the old content as well.
Yeah, see, I've just basically done LFR so far. I haven't really... No, you know what? I take that back. I take that back. I was running last Thursday. That must have been what that glitch was. We were doing Dragon Soul, and I went to jump over, and it made me fall into the water. Like we were
Hmm.
going to kill, we were killing what's his face? I can't
Oh
think.
yeah, Dragon, Deathwing.
Yeah, Deathwing, and I like fell into the water, but I'm walking like on the bottom. I couldn't get back up, and I was multi-streaming with a friend, and on her camera, I was just standing there not doing anything.
I and what's funny is I was running, and then the paladin that was sitting next to me was running right beside me, and he disappeared. And we were like, "What happened to you?" And he's like, "I fell through the world." And like he was walking through the middle of the lane, and we are like, "What the heck?" Like he wasn't near some weird edge. He wasn't doing some strange shit off in the corner, or like using growth elixirs to glitch through walls or anything like that. No, he was just like running straight down the pathway, hit the stairs, and fell through the world.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Uh,
it's been interesting.
okay, I have now that I think about it, I have encountered a couple of weird glitches in some old content raids. Uh, but nothing. But again, I haven't been playing as much, so I haven't actually dealt with a whole lot of them.
And
Ooh,
the
I hope they get it
lag.
fixed. Yeah, the lag is awful.
Oh, the lag. I don't know what that is attributed to. It has to be something with people coming back, I would guess, but I don't know what in the world is going on. Like, it is ridiculous, to say the least.
The lag is really serious, and um,
It's chilled the last couple days, though, but
I
yeah.
think they're having some issues with phasing as well.
Oh, yeah.
I
A
was
lot of
listening.
issues with facing.
Yeah, I was listening to another podcast. So friends over at the Horde for Life podcast, and they were talking about how they were standing in the auction house, but not a single person was there.
Yeah.
He was just in his own world in
I
the auction house.
I was in a raid to do Kazakh, because I do Kazakh every week, and I think everybody does to some point.
Yeah.
No new thing there. But I was doing Kazakh, and I got in a raid group of 40 people, and they were like, "All right, are y'all ready to pull?" And I was like, "None of y'all are here. I'm surrounded by 80 horde. Like, what are you talking about?" And I killed Kazakh with the horde because I couldn't get with my group.
Oh God.
So there was like 60 horde just chilling around me, and I was like, I'm gonna stand way over here.
Oh God.
I
Oh.
did get like a hex totem thrown at me, but that was it. They were just trolling me. Nobody killed me. But yeah.
Oh man, that's awful. Oh God. Do you play on a PvP realm then?
It doesn't I was don't personally play on PvP realm, but the realm
Oh,
that
but the
transferred me
the
to was a
trans.
PvP realm.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the
Uh,
worst. Yeah.
yeah. I haven't played on a PvP realm, strictly PvP realm, since I think 2012, just because I got tired of the BS. I was just like, okay, world PvP needs to die. Like, I mean, I understand some people like it, but it's really annoying when you're trying to level and just level 100 somebody wants to come kill level 40 nobody. Like,
I think I randomly chose a PvP realm, not knowing, like, when I was a noob, and that kept happening, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I immediately changed.
when I started, I wanted to be on a PvE server, but my friends were playing on PvP, and there was that whole peer pressure thing. It's like, man, come on, only pussies play on PvE servers. I was like, I don't know about that. Like, there's no real, like, anything you gain from PvPing in the world.
No, I'm cool with being PvE.
But anyway, we're getting way off of the point here.
Yeah.
There are loads of glitches. The northern boat comes and goes between being fixed and unfixed, so just get a mage. For like the first 4 or 5 days that it was broken, there was a mage just sitting there giving free teleports to northern.
Yeah, You know,
And
you
then
could just do to fix that. You could just go to what is it in Pandaria?
yeah, Shrine of the Seven Stars, or
Yeah, the
yeah,
shrine, and all the portals to all of the places are there. So just make that your hearth point, and then you can just take the portal to Dalaran to get
yeah.
your
But
girlfriend.
it's just I wasn't thinking at the moment, but it doesn't matter. It like it.
It's
There's a
still
lot of mages
frustrating.
just being there and being nice, so
Yeah,
there are people being good to people.
I hope they
It's,
get it fixed soon. Then.
yeah, it's especially frustrating for like the people who were trying to level legitimately to 80, and like they're like 71, like all right, time to go to Northern, and they wait an hour and the boat doesn't come.
Oh God, yes. Oh God.
But
Ah,
yeah, there's a lot of disconnect problems, a lot of pre-patch problems, but hopefully they'll fix those. There's been a lot of hot patches and quick
yes.
patches throughout the week so far,
And
so they're
they'll
working on it.
continue coming. They'll continue coming. I mean, it's like this with every pre-patch though. Like
Mm.
there's always problems. But
There's that weird glitch with the RP servers where the RP Stormwind was being put into PvP realm, and there's just a bunch of RPers in a PvP realm, and like they got so much shit for it. It was not cool.
oh man, have you seen the new Harbinger video with Gul'dan?
Oh yes, and it is amazing in so many ways.
It's so beautiful. As just first of all, as a cinematographer person, like as a cinematic person who does, animation, who creates content like that. Oh my god, like Blizzard just there's a reason why I would love to work for Blizzard. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is a beautiful piece of work. And the story. Holy crap.
and the lore of it is just it's always one like been one of those big points is like where did Gul'dan come from, because he's not of any of the tribes that we know of,
I
like,
mean,
and then
the Shadow Moon, the Shadow Moon clan adopted him essentially. Like they took him in, but he wasn't born there.
yeah, the Shadow, no, he moreover took over the Shadow Moon clan. He wasn't adopted by them, he kind of took them over in a sense
Well,
when
yeah,
he
like if you look at the beginning lore, Ner'zhul kind of took him under his wing because he felt bad for him, and then hilarity ensued.
mm,
He totally took advantage of Ner'zhul.
which I still think Ner'zhul is going to corrupt Bolvar, and we're gonna have another expansion out of that eventually.
That'd be interesting. Um,
As much as I don't want to see content reused, Lich King content I wouldn't complain about.
I wouldn't either. And isn't there the theory that Ner'zhul was the first Lich King or something like that?
Yeah, Ner'zhul is the first Lich King. Ner'zhul is, by all means, the Lich King. Ner'zhul is part of the mind that makes up the Lich King. Ner'zhul was put into the it is basically part of the armor and sword Frostmourne. Like he is the voice that whispers to Arthas and corrupts him over time. Like he
Huh.
is the one that turns him evil.
Okay. I thought it was just a theory. I didn't realize it was confirmed. That's
Oh no,
interesting.
that is straight lore. That is how it
Okay.
happened.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
badass. So this tomb is Sargeras or Sargeras
Sargeras.
audio drama. This is
Okay.
interesting. So what is
Uh,
this?
it is going to be a podcast that comes out soon. We don't know when it's going to come out, but it is going to. Oh, real quick to go back to the Harbingers videos.
Oh,
There's going
sorry.
to be a bunch more Harbingers videos coming out,
Oh yeah.
and I am extremely interested in them because there's one that shows Dalaran on fire and falling out of the sky, and some weird things happening with our good old friend Khadgar, and I think I saw who did I see? I think I saw this guy. I can't remember his name. It's kind of like stage fright.
Oh,
I
Medivh.
forget his name. Yeah, Medivh. I know Medivh. I know his lore. I froze. Sorry,
We
it
all have those
happens.
moments.
I have embarrassing stories of where I was in front of stage of people, and they asked me the most ridiculous of questions, and I couldn't answer because I was freaking out because like so many people were looking at me. But anyway, moving forward. It's going to be interesting, and I can't wait to see what they do. There's a lot of lore that I have been dying to figure out what in the world is going on, and we're going to find out a lot more soon. Anyway, the Tomb of Sargeras audio drama. We don't know much about it yet, but it is basically, from what we know, is what's going to happen when Gul'dan goes back to the Tomb of Sargeras to open it up to bring a portal to the Legion homeworld to Azeroth and lead them to basically start their first assault on the Broken Isles and basically start the next war. And it is going to be interesting. I can't remember who it's going to be read by off the top of my head, but it sounded very funny. Not going to lie.
Yeah. I glanced at it when I saw that on the notes, and I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool. I think that'll be interesting. Have you read the comics?
Yes. Oh god, yes. The Anduin comic is the most interesting thing I've read from it so far, other than Bronzebeard coming back. I was extremely like off put by the end of that comic. I don't know if anybody else has read that yet. Have you read it yet?
No, I haven't.
At the end of that comic, it shows like 30 to 40 years later, and Anduin is an old man, and he is in the Exodar, and basically, the prophet comes up to him and says, "Are you ready?" And yeah, it it ends there, but it's like, where's this? When's this war going to end, and how far is it going to go? Are we going into space eventually? Like, it's very weird, very weird. Man, I can't wait to see where that leads. I'm very anxious and excited to see what comes of that.
Sorry, having some issues with people in chat. Had to get rid of them. So I have actually not. I didn't realize that they updated the WoW site. So because I've been like neglecting all of my stuff, you keep like doing some funky stuff over there, but your audio sounds good, so we'll just keep going with it.
It doesn't matter. Video is secondhand.
Yeah.
As long as they can hear us, that's all I care about.
Exactly. You're not roboting, so that's good. That's all that matters. So I will have to check out the Anduin comic. I've got somebody told me about that
It's
last
really,
week, and I just forgot to go back to it. So I will definitely check that out.
I recommend any of the comics that you guys read it through that Mediafire or whatever it is that adds the audio and the music and sound effects and the weird action turn to it. It's really cool. Definitely worth watching that way. Just as a heads up, if you have a way to read it that way, because it is so cool and it adds so much to it.
Nice. You are the okay. Never mind. Audio fixed itself. So I have not checked out the new website. I didn't realize that they were updating the website.
Oh, it looks very nice. It's very clean. They've only done this to the Warcraft website so far, but then again, Overwatch website just came out, and a lot of the other websites don't really need to be updated yet because there's nothing relevant at the moment going on with them. Heroes of the Storm one has been updated a long time ago, so the World of Warcraft one was the only one that was still rocking that old architecture and having new content come out, and it really needed it, and it finally got it, and it looks really nice, really modern. I love what they did with it.
Nice.
But it's very interesting.
It did need to be updated. It hasn't been updated, I think, in like 2 expansions.
Yeah, I think the last time they updated, rolled out a new site for it was Cataclysm.
Was it Holy crap! Yeah, I think you're right.
So, and because I mean, if you go back, Diablo 3 is still rocking it. StarCraft 2 is still rocking it.
Yeah, because they that's when they implemented the battle.
Battle.net takeover.
Yeah, so yeah, that was the last update. Dang. Yeah, it's been overdue.
Yeah, it's needed. Been needed.
um
Uh
so
oh, tomorrow,
yeah, there's several things happening tomorrow. No, no, no. Tomorrow is
Friday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. We're not on Thursdays anymore. Friday. A lot of things are happening Friday. So we've got the Legion Q&A Friday,
Oh yeah.
and then they also have that Hearthstone stream where they're going to announce the new
Adventure,
adventure, which
which we all know is Karazhan already. Like, there's been so many hints and nudges towards it that it's kind of neat known by now.
we kind of called it, or you kind of called it.
I didn't
Called
call
it.
it. I got that off of somebody. I'm not gonna take that as calling it. I got that off of reading news.
Um,
Like, people figured that out pretty quick. There was no nudging in the nose at that. Like,
hint, hint, wink, wink.
but there is a another bit of Warcraft news that did just break about 8 hours ago that I didn't realize broke. There's a if you go to the news section now, it shows a preview on the professions in Legion, and it gives a really well, it's not really news breaking, but it gives a really good in-depth description of what's going to be happening and what the Obliteritarium Forge is going to be, and basically all that stuff. I'm not going to go into it, but it just shows all the cool things that you can get and why there's going to be ranks and all that cool stuff that's going to be happening.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cool. That'll be good to know because I know a lot of people have been wondering what they're going to do with the
yeah,
professions.
even Wowhead doesn't have a good description of what's going on with the professions right now. It's really weird because usually Wowhead is the place to go to where, like, what is going on with my profession next expansion, and you just go to there and like, oh, okay. But this time they've been kind of lacking. I tried looking at them today and I couldn't make heads or tails of what they were talking about. Other than that, there was some BlizzCon news that happened this week, which was really cool. Virtual tickets are now on sale, and if you have a physical ticket, you recently just got an email with your virtual ticket and pre-sale ticket. Pre-sale store code inside, and you were able to apply that to your account. I received that on, I think, Sunday or Saturday. Saturday. I think I received it on Saturday.
Nice. Um,
You're going to BlizzCon.
I am. I don't know. I'm probably going to do the virtual ticket, although I may have a BlizzCon ticket.
No, you
Um,
should have a virtual ticket automatically.
I don't have a ticket at all for BlizzCon.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought you had already bought a physical ticket.
So I
Uh,
might end up having to do the virtual ticket. However, a friend who usually tries to get press passes, um, if she can get a press pass, she will have a ticket for me, and I can just buy it off of
okay.
her.
Cool, cool.
So that would be kind of cool. Hopefully that will work. If not, then virtual ticket it is for me.
Or you could check some of the sites. I'll try and figure them out for you. There's a couple sites that sell them legitimately from people that can't go anymore, and they're the same price as they were, like when they
Yeah,
first came. So it's just basically just a transferring of the ticket to somebody else without charging like $2,000, $3,000
right.
for it.
I'm
Anything
not.
illegal.
I'm not too concerned because I know. I mean, it's a con. There's always last minute drops because things happen.
Mhm.
So I'm not. I'm not too concerned. I'm pretty sure I will find something, and so that'll be exciting because I would like to actually go into the convention.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's so much fun to go, and I can't wait. They showed what's going to be in the goodie bag already,
Oh
and
yeah, what's
it
gonna be
is
in the goodie
really
bag?
cool. So there's going to be a Stein, a BlizzCon Stein. It's not going to be, of course, this like though same build like build quality as the Steins that they've released in past, like the Lich King Stein or the 2 year anniversary Stein or any of the, like the Cataclysm Steins that came out a long time ago. It's going to be a little bit lower quality, but it still looks really good, and I can't wait to get it. There's a horde an Alliance coaster, reversible coaster, flip upside down. It's pretty much the same thing they did last year for the Warcraft thing, which is kind of sad. Last year, what they did was they gave you like a wristband that you turned inside out. One side was Alliance, the other side was Horde.
It still
I
sounds
mean,
kind of cool.
yeah,
I
you
like
get
the
a little.
Stein idea. That'd be neat.
Oh, it is. It is. I can't wait to get it. I'm gonna do what I did last year and buy a second goodie bag. If you're a virtual ticket holder or physical ticket holder, you can buy a goodie bag if you're a virtual ticket holder, and you can buy a second or third one if you're a physical holder. So that's pretty cool. But you also get that you get a Diablo 3 themed set of die. Like, so you get the D20, the percentile, the D4, D6, you know.
Yeah.
You also get a little Zerg um car antenna thing. Yeah, you get that.
All right. Cool.
Which is kind of interesting. You get a little microfiber wipe, Hearthstone microfiber wipe, and a blow up pub Reinhardt hammer.
I like that. I'll take the Reinhardt hammer.
Oh, and an ETC necklace. I forgot about that. Yeah, there's like a little ETC pick that's a necklace, I think.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So that's the box. They did a box this year because this is the 10th BlizzCon. So it's very nice looking, very good package. I can't wait to get it. I have all of the blow up things that they've released in the past few years. So I've got the Paladin Bubble Hearth. I've got the Frostmourne. I've got the Zeratul blades. I've yeah. So like, but they're all blow up ones, you know. But they usually like just give them away and stuff to that nature. Like they just throw them out in the crowd. So I've gotten a couple of them.
Nice. So, Overwatch.
Oh, Overwatch. There's a lot of not really, a little bit, kind of in between.
Uh, I
Ana so
mean,
far seems to have changed the game a lot. She's been a very big disruption into team picks and everything. It's very weird. She's a very niche healer.
yeah, and she can't. You really, she's like Symmetra. You can't have it, or not Symmetra, but Zenyatta. You can't have her being the only healer because her heals are decent, but they're not enough to keep everybody alive.
You say that, but sometimes I've seen a few of them that have done amazing. Like
That's when the person knows how to play the character.
yeah, it depends on how skilled they are as that character.
Yeah, if they can't shoot the gun, like you need a second healer. Um,
Oh yeah.
'Cause I haven't been in a game where Ana has broken 3,000 healing.
hmm
Uh, so
But she's very good, and a lot of people are choosing her. She
I
seems to
like her.
be
I
being
think
adopted
she's
into it a lot.
I like her a lot. I think she's a lot of fun. I think I've got a lot more to do to learn with her and to play with her. But I mean,
Mhm.
she's only been out for 2 weeks. But I think she's a great character, and I love that when you're scoping with her, you don't have to you don't have to actually scope in order to get the benefit of the gun, which is kind of
Mhm.
nice. So she actually has a way to get out, like with Widowmaker or Hanzo. Even you have to be in that scope mode in order to really do major damage.
Not
Or
really with Hanzo. Hanzo, you can just like pop, 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 pop. Hanzo's more of an aggressive. I've always seen of him as aggressive sniper. A lot of people like to play him from a distance, but he's so good in your face because people don't expect it. That's the way I've always played him anyway, and I've done decently with him.
um, but I like her. I like playing her a lot. I usually don't use the scope when I'm playing her.
hmm
I find it a lot easier to not scope.
But we'll get more into her in a bit. She is our topic of the week, so we'll get more into her in a minute. It seems that
Sombra.
Yeah,
Sorry.
a lot of Sombra. Yeah, it's fine. A lot of Sombra references have been appearing lately,
I
and
mean,
there's a.
was it Soldier 76 that was talking about Sombra in the latest comic book and everything?
Hmm.
So, I'm thinking that might be the next character.
I don't know. There's a lot of things going on around her. Like we've seen um we've seen audio clippings that are very strange. Like 1 second or half a second clips and videos where like it people extrapolated it. It was a barcode, and then they scanned the barcode and it turned it into a QR code, and they scanned the QR code and it gave them a Spanish phrase, and they turned the Spanish phrase into English phrase. So like there's a lot of stuff going on with it. I'm not gonna go into everything into it, but it looks like we might possibly see Sombra being announced at Gamescom, possibly. I mean, that might be a little too soon with Ana just coming out, but who knows? We don't know the release schedule of Heroes and Overwatch yet. It could be about the same turnover as Heroes of the Storm. We don't know yet. It would be nice, but I don't really see that happening personally. But who knows?
So,
It possibly could.
I'm thinking Sombra is like Anna. There was like I don't think there's any kind of mention of Anna being a character until boom, we have a new character coming out. Whereas
Yeah, a
Sombra,
lot of people thought Ana was Sombra.
yeah, like Sombra has been this character that they kind of put little hints and hints. So I'm thinking Sombra is going to be like a really major player, uh, lore wise, which is why they keep adding all these little hints. So I have no freaking clue what she's gonna do,
Yeah.
but um, I'm interested to see what this character is gonna be.
It's sounding a lot like because in the most recent PTR there was a bunch of voice clips added to it, and it was like there's somebody here, like a bunch of people saying, like a bunch of the voice lines saying that, like there's somebody here, enemy detected, enemy nearby, like stuff like that, and which is really weird in a game like this. So people are thinking maybe that's the indicator of a stealth character coming in. So Sombra
Because
literally translates to shadow.
we don't have a stealthy character. I mean, we have Reaper, but he's
More
not.
of a flanker. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have like a spy like in TF2,
Mm.
which that would be cool because I loved playing spy in TF2. So if Sombra is basically a spy, that would be cool.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what happens with her. We might see more around Gamescom. If we don't see anything at Gamescom, I would suspect BlizzCon would be the nearest then that we would hear anything about her.
Honestly, Blizzard's always been they've always liked to announce their own stuff at BlizzCon for obvious reasons.
Lately they've been having a big presence at Gamescom though. I mean, they announced Legion at Gamescom, which was weird.
Yeah, but
So
it's also WoW, which has been around for 10 years.
I don't know. I mean, they did a lot of announcements for. I mean, you have to think they announced Zarya at Gamescom as well.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So, like, I mean, it's not far fetched to think that this would happen.
Huh. Interesting.
So, I mean,
That'd be
there's
cool.
that. So, who knows? Hopefully, it'd be nice. I'm always welcoming more heroes into Overwatch.
Heck yeah. I wanna learn to play Ana better first, though. So, did you hear about the dude arrested for sending death threats to Blizzard?
I heard about this last week, but I didn't report on it because it was still developing at the time, so I didn't
Right.
really want to report on something that was developing last week. But yeah, this guy was sending death threats, and
He legit threatened them with an AK-47. He's like, I have an AK-47 and some other toys. I know I live in California. I can come and da da da, because they kept silencing him
hmm
because he was a dick in
yeah, he was being a
Heroes.
jerk in Heroes of the Storm, and he was getting angry because Blizzard kept silencing him because he was being a toxic player.
I
it,
just first of all, Blizzard, I love you for doing that. I think that's amazing, and I love the fact that they're taking the initiative to do that stuff. But holy crap, dude, it is just a freaking game.
This is the kind of community that MOBAs and especially League of Legends has bred over the years. Like, it has been extremely competitive and extremely toxic because for the longest time, League of Legends wasn't doing much in the ways of combating toxic players.
Which
For a
they've
while,
started
there's some.
changing.
Yeah, they recently finally started changing. But like for a while there, the most famous players were the most toxic players on Twitch. And like I mean toxic as can be.
Yeah, I find this I was watching that video that I sent you, and one of the things that the announcers were
Hmm.
talking about was it's sad that most stories like this, you're like, oh, something was probably blown out of proportion, da 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 da. But in the gaming community, no, we don't even question the fact that they said toxic stuff. We don't question it. And
Hmm.
that is so sad. That is so sad that our community is that way. It's like, why do we do this? Why do we do this to ourselves? But I believe, wasn't he arrested?
Oh
Didn't
yeah, I
Yeah,
think he was arrested.
because
And the police
um
interviewed him and he said, "Oh, it was just a joke, just to get attention." I was like, I mean, it's
it's
death
still
threats are death
illegal.
threats.
It's still illegal.
Yeah.
People don't understand that you that's not a joke. That's not something to joke about. You could seriously go to jail and do some serious time for death threats like that.
Hmm.
That is screwed up.
All
And
the swatting and everything
oh
too.
my god, that is awful.
I'm scared for anybody to like. I would be scared if I were a popular streamer or a YouTuber for someone to find out where I live and send a SWAT like that. Like, just call the police and be like, "This guy has a bomb and he's about to do something stupid or whatever." You know, like.
It's awful. But I will say, the best thing you can do in a situation like that is to get on the ground and listen to the cops, because you don't want something bad to happen. And
But
that
even with that, there's been scary things happening with that. But we're not going to get into that.
yeah,
This isn't in the
that's a
political stuff.
political thing.
Yeah. So
Uh,
like, it's.
it's an awful scary thing to think of when you are a streamer or a podcaster or a gamer of any sort, where you put yourself out there, that people do this. So thank you, Blizzard, for backing us up and trying to get rid of the toxicity. But guys, gamers, let's stop behaving this way, guys. There's no point in behaving this way.
No, yeah, no point at all. I've never understood everything that goes on behind that. Like it, it. I don't know how you would find that fun or anything. Like, I guess it's like something just people like to cause drama and perpetuate drama, and they like to make their own news and have their own like staple. Like, I did that thing. I guess I don't know. There needs to be more stricter rules enforced. More everything needs to be put a little bit more like to the teeth towards it. But also, I don't want to see to the point where we start restraining freedom of speech and all that from other people, you know?
Right, right.
Uh, Other than that, Diva has been rising in competitive use a lot lately. A lot of stuff has been happening with, um, oh gosh, just a lot has been happening with her ever since her buff. A lot more people playing with her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
She's been a lot more fun. Like we were talking last week, all the buffs with her have made her insanely powerful. Not insanely powerful, just more balanced and useful.
I think she's better balanced now. She's still got that fun, pop it in there and get rid of people. I love that she doesn't kill herself now from her nuke, because that means you don't have to try
I
and
still
run
feel like she
away.
should damage herself though. Like it, I liked that sense of urgency that added to her ult. You know, that sense
I
of like,
still naturally run
oh
away.
yeah. Oh,
I'm like,
everybody
run
does.
away. Oh
I've
wait,
seen so
crap.
many people run away from it.
She is. She is. I think she's a lot more balanced. I think she's done well. I find it funny that they have nerfed McCree slightly again. Like they are having the hardest time trying to balance McCree.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like a lot of buffs with Ana that have happened that like small changes over the past week. Even Lucio got a small change to where he can, for some reason now he can skate on walls a bit further and faster. Like people have noticed that. Like there, and that change wasn't even documented in the patch notes. So with Ana, they increased the rate of her fire by 20%. They increased her magazine size from 8 bullets to 10, because
Yeah,
they
which
thought that she was a
that
little bit
happened
underpowered.
just yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't played her since that happened. I didn't even know they were gonna do that to her.
Yeah, they just nobody. I don't think anybody really knew. They just kind of did it. And another one of the things that changed was McCree, like you were saying with the debuff. His damage fall off has changed to it has been decreased to 10 meters. So after 10 meters, his damage will start to decrease. I just realized that my monster can was causing an echo.
Echo, echo, echo.
Yeah, I kept hearing like a metallic ring back. I was like, "What is that?" Anyway, the damage fall off amount has remained unchanged though. So like, but it'll start to fall off quicker than it did before. As a result, though, even though this change has he's still effective at range
Yeah.
higher than when it was at launch. But his alternate fire has also its rate of fire has been increased by 15%. So he can get that right click out all 6 bullets or 4 bullets or whatever amount he has remaining in the chamber. He can get out real quick and just no problem. But that to me that means like that's like a little bit bigger of a buff than his damage range being decreased.
Um. Yeah, that's. Whatever. Just keep playing with McCree until you think he's right.
There's one more
I
change
think.
with him.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The recovery time on his flashbang has been decreased from zero point 0.5 seconds to 0.35 seconds,
Yes.
which means like the time before McCree can fire again. So that means he can fire quicker after he flashbangs you now. So that's
Uh,
two buffs that kind of even out the difference between the fall off. Like,
I think. I will say this. Like, I love that they're taking in our opinions on characters, but I feel like you can work and work and work in character and end up doing absolutely nothing and making it a crap character. And I think we're getting to that point with McCree because they've done so much to change him, and it's just like, all right, guys, come on, we're gonna
they're
end up
probably gonna
not.
do what they do. Like I suspect in maybe half a year or so, they're gonna do what they did in Heroes. Like characters like Sylvanas and a bunch of different other characters had abilities in Heroes, like ultimates, that were just completely useless because nobody ever picked them. They really had no use other than like niche situations that you couldn't plan for, so there was no reason to take that old, like the mind control one. So
I
they
use the heck out of the mind control one.
no, the new mind control.
Oh,
The
was it
old mind
different
control
before?
nobody used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they changed it. Like they've changed a lot with her after a year or half a year, I think. Anyway, a lot of characters got reworked, and I think he's going to be one of the characters that gets completely reworked eventually.
He probably will because there's just so many complaints with him that he's getting to the point where he's not the character that they made anyway.
Yeah.
So, uh, I mean I liked McCree at the beginning personally. I didn't think he was that overpowered at the beginning.
Um, he wasn't overpowered at the beginning because nobody knew how to play him.
I guess it's because people learned how to play him.
Yeah, once people started to figure out how to play him, they were like, "Oh no." Uh, anyway, moving on. There was news with StarCraft for the first time in forever. It's the 6th anniversary of StarCraft 2, and that's it. There we go.
Holy
Moving
crap!
on. Oh, one more thing with Overwatch and Warcraft. This is an Overwatch and Warcraft thing. with the release of Legion, there has been a new spray added to everyone's Overwatch account. Uh, for it's just Illidan saying you are not prepared as a spray.
That's awesome.
So I'm really happy about that, and I'm glad that that's a thing.
That's cool.
Uh,
I may have to actually put that on some of my characters that don't have special sprays.
yeah. Let's just go ahead and boost through this real quick. Diablo 3 had a new patch. It added three new torment difficulty levels, which is 11 through 13. They added a bunch of new items. Not really going to get into that. That's not a Diablo store show. So, Hearthstone has a special announcement on Friday that we briefly discussed already. Next expansion rumors are flying around that it's going to be Karazhan, but nothing's concrete yet. We'll find more out on Friday. So now we're going to discuss the hero of the week. You want to take it off?
Yeah, so Anna is our newest hero, and she has a video and 2 comics that have
Yeah,
come out.
she got a lot, like right off the bat. But she is the newest character to come out since the game has come out. So, like, it's kind of to be expected. But she got 2 comics and a video, and there's probably still more to come from her later down the road.
She's got some serious, they've really spent some time on her specific lore. She is basically, I mean, she's Farah's mom, which everybody knows that, but she basically helped. She worked with Reaper when he was Gabriel. She worked with Soldier.
She worked with the original founding members of Overwatch. She was a founding member of Overwatch, actually.
Yes.
She was second in command for Overwatch.
And she was left to die when...
She wasn't necessarily left to die. What happened was she was taking out a soldier after Jack told, which is Soldier 76, told her to retreat. He told her repeatedly to retreat, and she refused the order because the sniper had taken out her entire group, her family, not family, but what she considered family, taken them out. So she stuck around as a vengeance as the Jack Morrison and the rest of Overwatch did a tactical retreat. And as she shot the sniper, it knocked the mask off to reveal that it was, in fact, Widowmaker. And we got a little bit of lore about Widowmaker out of that as well. This is the first we've seen Widowmaker, and not the first, but the first actual what the heck is going on with her lore that we've gotten so far.
Mm-hmm.
So we found out that that Widowmaker had in fact been kidnapped after her husband was assassinated, and that Anna knew her, and basically that's when she let her guard down, and Widowmaker sniped her, shot her through her scope, and took out her cybernetic eye.
Yeah, and everybody thought she was dead because of that. They kind of left her to die. And she kind of wrestled with the fact that she was killing other people. And basically took a hiatus to recover. And now that we're back in a crisis again, she's coming back and she's like, I have to save these innocent people. Which is why she's come back.
When you read the comic, you get an extreme vibe from her that she doesn't want to kill anybody. She is a sniper by demand, not by choice.
Yeah.
She is a very sympathetic sniper. She doesn't want to. She's not the kind to snipe to wound, to draw out the healer, to snipe the healer and kill the healer. Like, personality-wise. I mean, of course, that's not how it's going to be in game. But
right. But lore-wise, she is she is a very grandmotherly figure. She's a very caring individual, which is it's really different from the rest of the original crew because they were very militaristic, and you don't get that from her.
She was very motherly, actually. Her name was like Mama Bear or something, her nickname.
Yeah.
Her call sign.
She is she's definitely the mom of of Overwatch. So
Grandma Overwatch.
yeah, Grandma Overwatch. Wait,
She's
didn't we
got the
play with
candies.
someone named Grandma one night? I swear
I
I
think so,
did.
a long time ago.
um, but yeah, she's I think she's the first character that's come out that her whole lore is rooted in care and precision of other
Hmm.
people and other lives, which is very cool for a healer because she's a healer. I mean, that's kind
Yeah.
of what a healer would do, you would think. So,
In one of the comics, it basically shows that she is going up against. It starts with Soldier 76 infiltrating a base, jumps over the base, starts fighting with the troops in the base, and then one of the
that's
troops that's about to get the drop on. That's the
which
second comic.
he also references Sombra in this
Yeah.
comic. Just
Oh yeah,
FYI.
at the very beginning, yeah.
Mhm.
And basically, one of the soldiers is about to get the drop on her, drop on him rather, and that's when she snipes and shoots the soldier, dropping back into the fray with Jack Morrison, Soldier 76, and helps her out. And then Reaper appears and they start another fight. And basically, she rips off Reaper's mask in the story. We don't get to see Reaper's face, but she rips off his mask and she's shocked and horrified by what she sees. It says, "What have you become, Gabriel?" And then he does his wraith walk or phantom, basically, is like his where he turns into like a ghost form and fades away.
Yeah, and right before he leaves, he's like, he says something like, "This is what they've done to me," or something like that.
This is what they
So,
made me.
yeah, this is what they've made me. So that's I'm actually a little intrigued into Reaper. Like, is he really that much of a bad guy? Like, was he kind of created to be a bad guy?
No, he started out as a bad guy. Like, he was the reason for the uprising with Overwatch and Blackwatch.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
like there's no like redeeming quality there, but I'm sure there's something going on.
Man, I always
It's the
like to
same
have
thing
a
with
redeeming
Talon.
quality.
Yeah, how Talon changed Widowmaker and all that good stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Or well, we assume it's Talon. We don't know who exactly.
So her abilities are basically her biotic rifle. She now has 10 ammunition instead of 8,
Mm-hmm.
and it will do 80 damage to ongoing. It's basically a dot,
Yeah, damage over time.
and it's also a hot, so it will heal people over time as well. Her allies, so you can shoot your allies with that gun, and you can shoot your enemies with that gun, which I think is so cool.
But
However,
to keep in mind, she doesn't have a headshot. I don't think. Yeah, she
no,
doesn't have
she
headshot
doesn't
power.
have headshot because of the fact that it's a damage over time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, however, when you are playing with Ana, guys, be aware. You have to have awareness because there have been several times where people walk in front of me when I'm about to shoot something, or I'm shooting something and they walk right in front of me and like ruin the shot. So
Mm-hmm.
you've got to pay attention to the people that are around you because that will happen a lot as Ana. Since she is a sniper, your best bet is to be in a high point. Um, she has a sleep dot, which does 5 damage, but uh, it knocks somebody unconscious until they're hit again.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they're hit, they will pop back up.
To keep in mind, her biotic rifle, by the way, 80 damage over time, and then for whatever reason, 5 down, 75 healing over time whenever it hits somebody. But it's not really healing over time, it's more of like a direct heal, and it seems to not tick up their health, it just seems to give it to them quickly, unless the hot just activates really quickly. Anyway, from what I've noticed.
Well, so when it gives it to them, and you get this like aura essentially, and it's
Mm.
like in Dungeons and Dragons, it's almost like a temporary hit points essentially.
Uh-huh.
So it gives this like it's kind of like a shield as well because when they get hit, it will heal them while it's still on them. So, um, like if I were to shoot you as Hanzo and someone started shooting you, it wouldn't necessarily, it would slow down the damage.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it's not a huge thing, but it does help a lot in that way, because of the fact that it's a quote unquote heal over time. Um,
Hmm.
so her biotic grenade uh,
Oh yeah.
is super cool too, which is basically her E button or your left button if you're on the consoles. It's
Hmm.
60 damage. It's 100 health per hit, and
As far as the
so
healing goes.
yeah, as far as the healing goes, but it does 60 damage. So you can toss. It's basically a bomb. You toss this bomb in the middle of like enemies, and it will damage all the enemies around, and it will. It's an AOE. It will damage and it will heal whoever's in that thing. So if it's a friend, it's gonna heal them. If it's a enemy, it's gonna damage them.
What's
Um,
really interesting about it as well, though, is okay. So the damage it does is 60, which is kind of damage, you know. But the healing it does is it heals for 100 for each person it hits, so each person gets 100 health. But another interesting thing it does is it adds plus 100% healing from other sources to that to the people you heal. So anybody that gets hit by that, they get healed 100% times extra. So your healing will do double. So basically, if you hit them with the dart, you'll not be doing 75, you'll be doing 150 healing with every
yeah,
dart.
it's a super cool thing. That's where you're gonna get a lot of your heals for Ana. Um, I really like it. I forget to do it a lot of times because she still plays like a sniper, so you forget. Oh yeah, I've got this bomb that's gonna heal everybody.
Yeah, and also the good thing to keep in mind is if you have a secondary healer with her, it's all sources. So that means
Yes,
Lucio's heal will like
yes,
heal crazily, or like whoever you're having is going to heal a lot better.
yeah. It's a really cool thing. I don't think it's too bad. I don't, because it's only 5 seconds. It's only a 5 second duration, and it's only like what is a 3 meter radius. So
True.
I mean, it's a decent radius, but it's a very short duration. So you want to throw that and then pop the your rifle to try and get that those heals up.
But that does feel like a long time when you think about it, and that's like his her
In
sleep
playtime,
dart.
it is.
Yeah, sleep dart's like 5.5 seconds, so it's like it feels like a really long time, but it's not. But it still feels like a long time when you're taken out of combat for 5.5.
um, and her ultimate ability is a nano boost. So basically, you you shoot an ally with this combat boost, and they move faster, they do more damage, and they take less damage. So, my favorite person to hit is Roadhog,
Hmm.
especially when he's about to ult. That's
That and
holy crap.
nothing is scarier than a Reinhardt with
Oh
it.
my god, like that nano boost, and it's an 8 second duration. That,
Yeah.
if anything, might be the thing that gets nerfed. But again,
I see
it
that
is
getting nerfed eventually.
it's an ult, so it only comes up, every so often. But and it's not um a very fast. It's about average
Yeah.
how often you can get that ult. So
It's like okay, so the actual numbers are damage boost is 50%. The damage reduction, like the amount of damage you take, is halved, so 50%. And the movement speed is 30%, so 30% extra speed. So you're just boosting through.
so when you boost like a roadhog that's ulting, holy crap, man! Like,
And like, could you imagine like a mercy with them? Like,
oh my god, like that would just be that's just all the game's over at that point. But
Yeah.
it's a really cool ult. Um, it's a fun ult. I like it. I haven't looked into who she's better against versus who's better against her because she is
Yeah,
still pretty new.
the vote's still out on that, really.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of people saying that, but then like it's the same old same old. Most things are are balanced. So she's going to be good against everybody, but bad against everybody, depending on how you play her and your play style and everything that you put into that. But
I
the good
mean,
thing to keep
Tracer
in mind.
definitely, like Tracer, Genji, because they have the maneuverability, and because when you are scoping, it does there's travel time. The travel time is longer, so you have to
Mhm,
be preemptive. With any sniper that you're doing. So Tracer, because she zips around, she's gonna be a little tough to try and snipe.
mhm,
But she is not good for pretty much any sniper. Um, uh, I found she's fairly good against Lucio when you've got somebody else also trying to kill Lucio because of that damage.
mhm.
That dot really helps get Lucio down because he is a walking or a skating hot. He is like he's just always healing. So um, she's really good with trying to get Lucio down faster. She's
One of
great at against tanks because of that damage, the dot, because you can just pop because tanks are huge and you can pop it on there and it just helps get
mhm.
rid of the tanks faster.
Also to keep in mind, a good thing with her is just like McCree, her sleep dart can cancel certain ults. So it's just like if you're
Yeah.
Johnny on the spot and you're able to time it just properly, you can interrupt someone's ult perfectly and change the course of the game with that.
Yep. That is true. That is true. Um, I have interrupted Reinhardt with that sleep dart. Hammer. Nap time.
Genji,
Yakido. Oh, sleep time.
Torbjorn.
um, but yeah, she is. I really like her as a character. I am a horrible sniper, but she is so fun that I play her anyway, and people yell at me, and I don't care. I don't play her in competitive, obviously, but yeah, she is a lot of fun. I really like playing with her.
Oh, yeah, that she's really good. And like most, she's good in certain situations. She's bad in certain situations. It's up to you how comfortable you are with her as a hero in general.
Yep. But
But
that's pretty much
yeah,
all I have for Anna. Um, I mean, she's been out 2 weeks, and she is definitely a game changer, and she's a huge, uh, a lot of people are playing her right now. So
yeah, she's changed it up quite a bit, and she's going to be very helpful in the future. And I'm interested to see her and what comes of her whenever we get into competitive with her and everything. It's definitely going to see we're definitely going to see some competitive play out of her. I can't imagine not seeing her in competitive play with on the stage. What I mean by that.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Bash. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She is great against Bastion and Zenyatta. I mean, Zenyatta's squishy fellow anyway, but she is fantastic at against Bastion because of the fact that she's a sniper and the fact that it's damage over time. Like, yeah, because he has to stop and self repair himself if he, and so he's not shooting anybody. So if she's able to get him in a very vulnerable position, is what it does, and it makes it easy to take him out. Like it's since she has come along, I have seen more bastions go down faster than before.
Yeah, it's really nice to have another sniper counter that's not necessarily a sniper, but is like an alternative healer.
Mhm.
So it's really good to have that balance of extra range character being able to take people out from extreme distances.
Definitely. Definitely.
But other than that, anything else you got going on this week?
I hit 300 followers on my stream this week, so I will be
Nice.
doing a scary game stream for that, which will probably be Layers of Fear. I think that's probably going to be Saturday, but Sunday is the Girl Streamers podcast, and then I will also be streaming from 12 a.m. my time, which is Eastern, to 3 a.m., I will be doing a charity stream for Gallant Gamers, and we will be raising money for veterans to get service dogs. So veterans that struggle
Nice.
with PTSD. So I think I'm going to be playing Borderlands, and my little brother might stop by. I don't know if he'll be up that late, but um, it's something that's really close to my heart because my brother is in the Air Force. So if you
My brother
guys,
also used to be in the Air Force. That's interesting.
nice, yeah. So that's really close to my heart. So I'm gonna be. Hopefully, we will. I think our goal is $1,000. So
Nice.
you guys should come out, hang out, do that. And that's pretty much all I've got coming up. What about you?
Leveling and trying to help a guild startup that I recently joined out of the fallout of another guild. So
Oh, those are
that's
so fun.
yeah, I've started a Discord for them and got them all set up and going on that, and just trying to help the guild just get together and reform after a fallout. So it's always a very hard time, and anybody who's ever been in a WoW guild and had it collapse on them knows that feel. So
Yes, I do. Because
just
I
trying
was
to
the
make the
one that
best.
broke up our guild, so I broke up our guild because of the guild master, who is my husband. So I think I won that. I don't care that the guild broke up. I really don't, because I got a husband out of it.
We had a horrible guild master, and let's just put it out there: if you're a guild master out there, guys, and you're not treating your players like actual people, and you refer to them as masses because you have a 1,000-person guild, it doesn't matter
Jesus.
how big your guild is. Like, if you're not going to treat your people like people, then no one's going to treat you like with any respect. And
Oh,
don't be
ouch.
surprised when they all leave. If you think you're the
Ouch,
biggest
man.
guild just because you like randomly invite people through an add-on that you downloaded,
Man,
come
that's
on now.
rough. That's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
I like CTR because even though it's huge, like the way I mean, they basically run it like a business. And they treat people like people, and it's well done. Horde for Life is the same way, which is my Horde guild. It's a big guild as well, which is weird because I don't really like to join big guilds, but they've been really good. Both of them have been really good. So
And CTR, everyone's available. Even the people from the show are just
yep,
there, and they're not strangers, and they don't take their popularity to their head. So they're nice and they're talkative, and if they're available to talk, they will talk. If you need help, they'll help you.
yep,
It's really nice.
it's a good guild. It's a good guild. So that sounds like fun. I mean, starting up new guilds they're fun. It's an adventure.
It's definitely interesting, especially since I don't have a max level character on the server. So it's been a very interesting.
Oh god, no money to buy anything. Oh god.
Yeah, no money to help the guild really. So, but
That's
we're
alright.
working on it. We'll get there.
You'll get there.
But anyway, other than that, nothing else. This has been the Omnic Fallout podcast, podcast about Overwatch and everything Blizzard and game related. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at the omnicfallout@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter. Uniedge is at Zauve, Xauve, and Nymphadora is at Gamer Nymphadora.
If you'd like to donate to us, you can use the links down below in the Twitch channel. Or you can follow us on our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/gametime with Nymphadora. All your donations go to the podcast. I will be changing that Patreon soon. I might be going to GameWest because that's specifically for like gamers and streamers and stuff. So still in the works of doing that. But yeah, if you guys would like to donate to us, that is still up and available. But thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next episode, which will be next Wednesday, same time, same place.
Y'all have a good one.